Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. Why is it that some people achieve enormous success and others don't? Why is it that most people who win the lottery lose all their money and happiness in the space of 5 years? Why is it that in our current economic times, in the last 200 years, the ratio between poor people and wealthy people remain relatively the same? Did you know that 99% of what goes on in your mind goes on in the unconscious section of your mind, in the psyche? When we were young, we were very impressionable. We had theta states. The beliefs we form in that time, conditionings, trainings from our parents, from society and culture, become the wallpaper in our lives that we soon don't notice anymore. It's the writing on our walls, if you will. It's not your fault. Let me ask the question one more time. Why do some people achieve enormous amounts of success and other people don't? It's an interesting question, isn't it? We all have similar brains and minds, right? I like to think of the brain and the mind as two separate things. The brain might be your computer, for instance, the hard drive on your computer, where the mind might be the software that runs the hard drive or runs the hardware on your computer. If the software in your mind is corrupted or buggy or the code is bloated, maybe it's time for some new ways of thinking. Now, I got to thinking about the problems we have in our lives. Usually the upsets or arguments, we get through negative feelings. And we get them by the response that we have and by the meanings we give to those situations. So I started to think about a tool that would help alleviate problems and upsets and unhappiness and suffering and pain in your life. So I created this tool called the Happy Face Mindset Tool. And there's a couple of ground rules. The first ground rule is there is no inherent meaning in anything. I'll say that again. There is no inherent meaning in anything. I know that sounds a little deep, but run with me here a little bit. Some people find meaning in sporting events where they get lifted up if their team wins, or they feel the agony of defeat if their team loses. Some people get meaning from beautiful orchestral pieces of music. They're moved and they're lifted up. Now, our Aunt Bess used to come and visit us from New York. She's a little Jewish lady, and she's deceased now, but bless her heart, we miss her. She would come to Asheville to visit us, and we'd say, Beth, let's go up on the parkway and see the beautiful trees and the foliage, and it's going to be awesome. She says, what? I've got a tree in my backyard. You've seen one tree, you've seen them all. So she didn't find any meaning in scenery or in beautiful trees. She didn't describe, her mind didn't work that way. She found meaning in other things. So as I was pondering on this and I was thinking about my tool, I was thinking that there is no inherent meaning in anything. Next, for the purposes of this discussion, let's call situations, events, whatever's happening in your life, relationships, situations, occurrences, let's call them all experiences, okay? Is that all right with you guys? We'll call them, just bundle them all up, especially relationships. Let's call them experiences. So you're having experiences throughout the day. So there's 3 steps. Step 1, notice negative feelings. You're going throughout your day and you notice whether you're angry, whether you're sad, whether you're feeling frustrated. That's an awareness exercise. You notice negative feelings. That's step 1. Step 2 is you check the meaning. Check the meaning. What kind of meaning do you give those experiences? Like the other day somebody said something nasty to me and I was immediately, I thought, I'm going to check the meaning. What meaning did I give to it? I thought, well, I feel rejected, I feel hurt, I feel angry. So I brought awareness to the meaning that I gave my experience and those hurt feelings. Step 3, separate the meaning from the experience. And presto, instant happy face. Meaningless experiences can't create negative feelings. Meaningless situations, events, occurrences, relationships, experiences can't create negative feelings. Thereby, it brings you greater happiness and inner peace. Now, I'm not saying not feel, of course. You're going to have to feel, but you can choose what you want to feel about, what you want to give meaning to. Does that make sense? It's a little esoteric, a little subjective, but it's right on par for me, I guess. If you practice this for 10 days, I guarantee it will increase your happiness and inner peace by at least 100%, I promise. Because you don't see things as they are, you see things as you are. Madam Toastmaster?